Hello and welcome. Let's take a look at our top story. It is the second day of the Foreign Ministerial Conclave of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The formal meet of the foreign ministers of the SCO grouping is currently underway in Uzbekistan's capital, Tashkent. And ahead of the formal meet, the foreign ministers of India, Pakistan and China were seen sitting in the holding room. In an exclusive video by WION, we can see India External Affairs Minister Dr. S.J. Shankar and Pakistan Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari sitting in the same room along with foreign ministers of other SCO member countries. This is also the first time that J. Shankar and Bhutto Zardari are under the same roof. However, bilateral meetings between the two countries seems uncertain as of now. The Indian External Affairs Minister has only held one bilateral till now on the sidelines of the SCO Foreign Ministers meet. Dr. J. Shankar met with the Foreign Minister of Kazakhstan. Now, both the leaders acknowledged the advancements achieved in bilateral ties between the two nations. Taking to Twitter, the Indian External Affairs Minister said that the current global situation demands for a stronger Indo-Kazakh cooperation. Meanwhile, just ahead of the foreign ministerial meeting, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said that both Russia and Uzbekistan wish to establish closer relations with Afghanistan. The comments by Russian Foreign Minister were made after he met with the Uzbek president in Tashkent yesterday.
Повестка дня саммита в Самарканде вырисовывается очень солидной, насыщенной, и особо символично, что к Самаркандскому саммиту выстраивается своего рода очередь из желающих вступить в полноправные члены ШОС или присоединиться как наблюдатели и партнеры по диалогу. Ну и, безусловно, в контексте всех этих наших дискуссий Афганистан занимает особое место.
The two-day foreign ministerial meet, which commenced on the 28th of July, will set the stage for the September summit, where the leaders of the 8 member states, that is China, India, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Pakistan, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan, will hold discussions on a slew of topics. The meet will focus on growing concerns over the inflation and fears of recession. It will also look to promote stability in the region amid growing tensions due to the war in Ukraine and the subsequent sanctions. Now we are talking to you all about the latest coming from the SCO meet, which is in its second day. The foreign ministers of the SCO grouping is currently underway in Uzbekistan's capital of Tashkent. Now, we know ahead of the formal meet, the foreign ministers of India, Pakistan and China were seen sitting in the holding room. In an exclusive video by WION, we see the Indian External Affairs Minister along with Pakistan foreign ministers alongside. Now, joining us live on this broadcast for more details on this is our Bureau Chief, Anas Malik. Hello, Anas. Now, the SCO Foreign Ministers meet is currently underway as we speak. What are the big takeaways that are expected from this meet?
Well, you rightly mentioned, Alison, I'm standing outside the main Congress City Hall. To my right is the hall. If I can just step aside and show you that as well, show it for the benefit of our viewers. This is the hall that you see, the gates that are closed, the security personnel that are standing. This is the hall where all of the foreign ministers are currently inside, and the Uzbek foreign minister is the one who is making a speech right now. I'm standing outside the photo wall where just a short while back we saw the family photo of the SCO foreign ministers being done. Just a very short while back we saw that family photo being done. As I talk to you, the Uzbek foreign minister is making his welcome remarks, and he says that he's talking about the potential of the SCO, how it is helping in multifaceted cooperation, and within the SCO it's a new development. And he's also saying that the Uzbek foreign minister is also saying that this is building up a practical cooperation in popular and promising areas such as industrial cooperation, intra-regional trade, transport, interconnectedness, innovation, poverty reduction, digital transformation, and the green economy. So that is what the focus is of this SCO meet of the foreign ministers. We understand it's a precursor to the SCO heads of governments meeting that is to take place in September this year here in Uzbekistan, but in a different city, not in Tashkent, but instead it will take place in Samarkand. Now, after the Uzbek foreign minister is done making his remarks, we'll be seeing the Indian foreign minister S.C. Shankar making his opening remarks, after that, which will be followed by the remarks by the Kazakh foreign minister, then the Chinese foreign minister, after which the Pakistani foreign minister, then the Russian foreign minister, and then the Tajik and Kyrgyz foreign ministers will subsequently be making their remarks. Alison?
And as now, just an hour ago, we saw the Indian External Affairs Minister, Dr. S.J. Shankar, and the Pakistani Foreign Minister, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, sitting in the same room ahead of the meet. Can we expect bilateral between the two foreign ministers anytime soon?
Well, the probability of a bilateral between India and Pakistan is at its lowest. In fact, it's not even on the cards as what diplomatic sources on both sides, both in India and Pakistan, have been indicating. But the probability of a handshake cannot be ruled out even at this point of time. Though, since yesterday, at least there have been 3 or in fact 4 occasions to what my count is, where the two foreign ministers have been together, both for Pakistani Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari and the Indian Foreign Minister S.J. Shankar. But despite of that, what we have been told or what we have learned is that there hasn't been a handshake as yet. It is still unclear whether a handshake took place at the Uzbek president's residence, where we saw about an hour back when the delegates had boarded that bus to meet the Uzbek President Shaukat Ali Mirziyoyev jointly. But whether or not a handshake took place over there, that is still not known. But the first occasion where the two foreign ministers were together, that was the informal dinner that was hosted by the Uzbek foreign minister yesterday, and there was no interaction back then. That's what sources have been telling us. Then what is very interesting to note is the fact that both the foreign ministers, the Pakistani foreign minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari and the Indian external affairs minister, are staying in the same hotel. So the chances of a handshake cannot be ruled out, and even a handshake will be seen as a welcoming gesture, as a cordial welcoming gesture, because as I said, the last such interaction we saw was in July 2019 when the then Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan walked up to the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and congratulated him on his re-election. This was in July 2019 at the SCO heads of governments meeting in Bishkek, pardon me on that. And since then, we have seen almost no interaction between the two countries at any level. Though there have been cooperation on Kartarpur, there have been cooperation on prisoner exchanges, but bilateral, be that be formal or informal, that has not happened, and both the sides blame each other for that. Alison?
Anas, thank you very much for bringing us all the latest details on that ongoing SCO meet.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.